Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Another installment of the late night snack time. Chilling with the Scoville squad. Man, I'm dealing with a lot of Hostess stuff here. I don't know what the deal is here. Suzy cues. Two cake, kind of spongy cake, cream in the middle. So I'm gonna eat a Suzy Q. Gonna put a little bit of orange starburst on it from Hellgarden. Guys, I'm excited. I want to share with you guys a little something. Man, you know how long it's been since I've done a 24-hour live stream? It's been a while, hasn't it? All right, it's time. So I'll tell you guys now, in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream. It's going to be a raffle, a bunch of giveaways, a bunch of cool stuff. But it's time. You guys ready for one of those? Man, if you're new to the channel, there's a ton of people who've come aboard since, we haven't done a big one. These are something. I'm ready. Got some really exciting things in the works, people. Oh, you know what? I can read this stuff. Yeah, this looks like it's easier to read. I mean, I don't know if I want to read all that garbage. Here's the deal. If I read it, I'm not going to want to eat it. See, if you just look at it, man, it looks yummy. It really does. Cream filling. Oh, it looks so good. Then you got to look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna do it. Sugar, water, high fructose corn syrup, enriched flour, bleached wheat flour, malted barley flour, niacin, ferrous sulfate, or reduced iron. Not sure. Thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin. That's like if I said, sorry, it's thinking, it's crazy. Riboflavin, folic acid, palm oil, dextrose, soybean oil, corn syrup, cocoa, and then the next giant list are all less than 2%. Listen to this list. Whey, glycerin, cornstarch, mono and diglycerides, modified cornstarch, baking soda, cocoa processed with, I don't know what that word is. Alcohol? It looks like. Salt, egg whites, egg, natural and artificial flavors, preservatives, sorbic acid, potassium sorbate, natamycin, polysorbate, 60, sodium acid, not cool, people. It's not even an old thing. It's a light. Oh, it could be. It's a light thing. I don't have enough light here. Hang on a second, people. What the heck is that? Oh, pyrophosphate enzyme, cellulose gums, sodium, sterol, lacta. I'm done, dudes. I'm about eating this. Let's just do story time. That's crazy. I'm about eating that. Told you. I knew that was gonna happen. I don't want to eat it now. I could just have some tincture. Oh man, if you open them up and look at it though, they look so beautiful. Such a nasty list of ingredients, man. Seriously, I can just eat one of them. Like, there's no way I can eat both of these. Seriously, both of these? Is this 2 servings? It's gotta be 2 servings. Tell me it is. Shut up, 1 serving. They think you can eat both of these. I don't know, I can't. I can't imagine. All right, we're just gonna eat 1. So, orange starburst from Hellgarden. What a great tincture. Of all the tinctures I've done, and man, folks, on this channel, you can see me do a lot. But look at that. It's so pretty. Really, really is. An amazing orange aroma. Here's the funny thing about flavored tinctures. A lot of times what your flavor, I said this in the video, but if you didn't see it, I'm explaining it now. A lot of times in an orange tincture or cherry or whatever, the pepper flavor is lost in the whatever what they're adding, like in this case orange. It's not here. You really get the orange beautifully, but you get this pepper comes through. It's cool. All right, so last I was talking to you, I was telling you about my job. I was in Boston. That job is working in a fast food joint called Bertucci's. Oh, drop right in. Look at that. Oh. Okay, so I worked at Bertucci's. I didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. Not a cook, not a chef. Not even a line cook. It's just not my deal. Johnny Scoville. Love you guys. It's JC. Most of those ingredients are all in here, I bet. The orange tincture is great though. Immediate heat. So, didn't stay in Boston too long, maybe a year. Bounced to Texas. And that's when the job history starts to get a little weird. My brother Tommy and I started our own business. A charter service in Galveston, Texas. What we did was, I owned a sailboat. We bought a sailboat when I got there. My brother Tommy and I. 34-foot Hunter. Great boat. Fun on that thing. I lived on it for 2 years. Good stories there. So we started thinking, if we just rented this thing out, knew somebody who had a charter service, I wasn't going to be my own captain. I wasn't going to get a six-pack license and captain this thing. I would sail around with friends and stuff. But a buddy of mine had a charter service, kind of like we modeled our business after his. So we had a bunch of, I would go to a boat, like a captain, like a shark fisherman in Texas, Galveston. I'd say, look, I'll fill your boat up with people. This is the cut I want. Sign an agreement, boats in my fleet. So I had like 54 boats in my fleet, from sailboats, party boats, pleasure boats, cruising boats. We did burials at sea, we did everything. So I did that for a while, but it was like wicked seasonal. You have no idea how seasonal it was. We didn't anyway. There was work, people renting boats all the time. One day we go to work and like a faucet just stopped, everybody was gone. But I had fun there. It was a fun place to work. It's really fun. There's no waves in Galveston. Once in a blue moon, there'd be a wave. If you had a longboard, you could surf. So that's kind of where I learned to surf. So anytime there was waves, I would put a sign up, so I'd be back in an hour. So I'd bring my board to work every day. I had a couple boards, a longboard showed up. Anytime the surf was up, I would just take off. This was kind of my business attire then too. Always felt good like that. One day I'm working at we had it in the lobby of a hotel, which was great because these people would check in and they'd want to go fishing. We'd find out what kind of boating they want to do. My mouth is hot. So one day I'm going to work one day in the morning. And I look out on the beach and there's a dude there's a crane out there. A guy in a business suit on the beach with a crane. So I was like, gotta go see what this is about. Funny story. So I go out there on the beach, and fortunately it was the morning, there wasn't a lot of people out there yet. But they were coming out because there's a crane on the beach, like with a basket on the ground. Bungee jumping. The dude with the suit wasn't with the bungee jumping company. He was with IBM. And I was standing there and he said, hey, if anybody, all he got out was, he held up this banner. He said, if anybody wants to, and I said, yes, I'm your boy. So he said, if you want to take this up and jump holding on to this, we'll pay for your jump. So I said, done. So I get it in the basket. It's a funny story, actually. Takes me up. Ironically, I don't like heights. Really don't. That's why that skydiving video was such a trip. Because it's really not my thing. I mean, it's kind of my thing now. I can't wait to do it again, but it wasn't my thing then. So we look up in this basket. There's two dudes in the basket with me. I don't know how high up we were, but it was high. It scared me to death. I don't like heights. And I'm more scared of that. I'm more scared of a bungee jump from 150 feet than I am from a skydive from 12,000. That doesn't bother me. I mean, it sort of does. But it's more like you're stepping onto a map. It doesn't even seem real at the time. And your heart's going like a zillion miles an hour. Anyway, so I'm in the basket. We climb we go to the top. They pull us up. We get to the top, and the dude goes, "What do you weigh?" I'm like 170 pounds. 175, I don't know what it was. I was young and in great shape. So we're up there. I said 170 pounds or whatever. I swear to you, he goes just like this. "Give him 30 feet, Vern." I said, hang on. Give him 30 feet, Vern? Don't you need me? Shouldn't you like get out a calculator? There's got to be some sort of measurement that's a little bit more solid than "give him 30 feet, Vern." Oh my gosh. I was like, he's like, we do this all the time, you'll be fine. There's no like pool of water to land in if the cord breaks, and I've seen that happen in videos. It's not pretty. I'd face first in the sand, it wouldn't be good. So anyway, we went up there and I jumped and held the banner. I used to do it twice actually. Didn't like it, it's not fun. Not a good time. So I did the charter boat service. It was so seasonal, it was ridiculous, and it didn't last. On the off season, after the first year, in the off season, I got a job. I swear you can't make this up. Working at a talent agency. Funny story. A buddy of mine supposedly got in like a magazine. Took pictures of it and stuff. And I told the dude that when I was in college, I was a hair model. I know that's funny for you to hear now, but I was a hair model in college. So he says, "Man, they would love you. You got great hair." I did them. He goes, "You gotta come down and check out this modeling agency." What they do is they do modeling. Not like runway or like fashion or any junk like that, but they do modeling for like magazines and catalogs and junk like that. So the guy hounded me. So finally, after a while, I said, "I'll go down and check it out." So I went down and I just went down to meet them. It was a hoax. I didn't think it was a hoax. I was like, look, I didn't, they wanted me to give them like a portfolio. I'm like, dude. The second they said portfolio, I'm like, I'm out. I'm tapping out. It's not my thing. So I bounced. Well, the guy from that business called me like 2 weeks later. And he goes, "Hey, you came in and checked this out." I said, "Yeah." He says, I thought he wanted to I don't know what he wanted. I didn't know what I went going to the phone call. He says to me, "I'm hiring. Will you come down? You seem like a cool dude. Will you come down and meet with me?" So I was like, "Yeah, I'll come down." So I went down and meet with this dude. This is the last story and I'll wrap it up. It's a funny story. Modeling agency. I'm seeing the whole thing on a different side. Here's what happens. If you ever go to a place that's a modeling agency and they tell you they can take your pictures, they're a scam. Here's what happened. Somebody would come down to interview, male, female, from all ages, 18 or above, little kids too if their parents were there. They come down, we interview them. Oh, this is so bad to even talk about. And I'd say to somebody came in, I would say, you seem like a nice person, you got a good look. I don't know if I need you. I'm going to look back and see if I had people in your age group. And when I go back there, I'd look at the people that we had in the same age group. If I had a ton, I didn't need them. If we didn't have anybody in that age group, or if they were sparkling or whatever, had a great personality and it came through, then we needed them. So I would say to them, after the interview, I'd say, I'm going to go back and look at all the different pictures and see if I need you. I need you to call me tomorrow, and I'd pick a time. Like, 11:21 in the morning. And they'd say, what? I'd say, yeah, 11. This is how they trained me, okay? I didn't make this up. I'd say 11:21 in the morning. And they'd say, why? I'd say, because if we send you on a shoot and you have to be there at noon, I need to know that you can be there at noon. So I'm checking to see if you're gonna be punctual. So the next day I would look at my list of people that I interviewed the day before, and at 11:21 I'd look at my phone. If the phone rang, I knew the guy was really interested. So I'd call him up and I'd say, all right, come on back in. He'd show, I'd say, I need you to see today at 2:32, whatever, and he'd show up exactly at that time. So I'd say, it looks great. And listen, you gotta understand something. I was a young kid, I thought everything was on the up and up. And there was a bunch of people, a kid named Cody, who was a double, a stand-in in one big movie, and made a ton of money, and he was one of their kids. And they had a bunch of really great success stories on the wall of people that had gone through there. So it was like, when you're there, it's like, it looks crazy legit. I mean, some of them, like, one of them was the movie Sidekicks with Chuck Norris. The kid that was the stand-in for that kid supposedly went through this thing, the same agency. I'm not gonna tell you the name of the place. Pete, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just telling the truth. So anyway, the guy would come in at 2:32. I'd say, hey, it looks great. Everything looks great. I need your portfolio. He'd say, oh, I don't have one. I said, well, I don't take pictures. But here's a card of a guy who does. And that I get paid an hourly rate, commissions based on that. At the time, I didn't see anything wrong with it, because I saw all the pictures on the wall of real people that had walked in the doors there and were making money. So it was like the first winter that I worked there. And you gotta know, I was a 26-year-old guy living on a sailboat, and my business card said I was a talent agent, a talent scout. It was crazy. So anyway, one day, I'm at work. My brother, this is a crazy story. My brother Tommy got a job working there too. This is like so funny. There's a few great stories from working there, but this is how it ended. It's like wintertime, and this dude Pete goes, you gotta do a cattle call, bring everybody in. I said, what do you mean a cattle call? What does it even mean? He said, bring everybody in for a big, I can't remember what we used to call it. It wasn't a photo shoot. They come down basically for a quick interview or whatever. And I'm like, he said, bring everybody, every age, I don't care who they are, bring them all down. And I'm like, well, what is it? He goes, it's nothing. I said, it's what? He said, there's no shoot, there's nothing, but it's winter, there's nothing happening. This will buy us a couple months. I looked at him, I said, buy us a couple months? What are you talking about? I thought this was legit business. I'm like, oh my God, all of a sudden I started panicking, like, what are we doing here? What is this? Is this a front for something? It was like the craziest thing. So he takes off for lunch. So I'm sitting there, Tommy's in his office, I'm in my office, and I get this interview with a mom and 5 or 6 kids. So black family, amazing, the most talented family you can't imagine. I mean, they were like reciting Shakespeare. They were like juggling, playing musical instruments, singing it a cappella. It was like the most amazing thing. These kids were so talented. I mean, like juggling back and forth, and all this was happening in my office, and I just heard that the whole thing is a scam. So I walked over off to the side, I got this box. I started packing my stuff and putting it in the box. She goes, what are you doing? I said, sweetheart, you're talented. Your kids are amazing. You have no idea how talented your kids are. You need to get out of here. This place is a hustle. I just found out like 10 minutes before you walked in. We're all walking out of here together. She goes, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious. You need to find a place that says to your kids, wow, I'll take the pictures. That's a place that's legit, but this ain't that place. So I called Tommy on the intercom. I said, look, dude, pack your box. We're getting out of here. He goes, what are you talking about? I told him the whole thing. I said, dude, the whole thing is a sham, and we didn't know it. I'm like, all those guys on the wall, Cody, not true. There's none of that. It's just a line we've been fed, and because we bought the line, we were feeding the line to other people. So I said, we're gone. So he's packing up his stuff. We both walk out of our office together. We walk down the hallway. Me and my brother Tommy, and this woman and her six kids. I mean, the kids are like all the greatest kids in the world. I promise you. I don't know. This was like a long time ago. Wherever they are, they're doing something in entertainment. I promise you. So I walked out the front door. We all walk out together. The woman goes, you're serious? I said, as a heart attack. I locked the key in the door, threw the key in the mail slot, and walked out. And I never talked to that dude again. Crazy. Anyway, there's a few more good stories from that place I ought to tell you about. One time, a woman, I'm in my office. I'll tell this another day. But I'm in my office one day. Tommy's working. Karen was the secretary. She was, quick, you got to come help me. Someone's trying to kill Pete. I go down the hallway. I'm going to save this one for tomorrow. It's a great story. I love you guys. I'm sorry I got carried away. Yeah, that was my Suzy Q. With a little bit of orange starburst from Hellgarden. You're awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'll finish the other story about Pete almost getting killed. It's a beauty. We'll do it tomorrow. I got some more snacks for you. I love you guys. I mean it. You guys are so much fun. Hey, you know what? Right there is our pepper. If you've never clicked that pepper, what are you waiting for? Click it. It costs you nothing. It just shows me we're doing something right. If you haven't done that, do it. If you don't want to miss a video, there's a bell you can click for notification. Click it. You'll miss nothing. Right there is League of Fire. Come on. The WWE of the chili world. And right there are 2 relevant videos. And right there, the one watching. You're the reason I do this. I'm Johnny Scoville. This was Chase the Heat.